Hello, welcome to my channel. Yeah, you have stumbled upon a channel in which we are going to be doing a Sims build today, because that's what I wanted to do, and I'll get into that more later. Anyway, since you don't know me, at least I'm figuring that, unless you are from the future. In any case, hey, comment down below, what's the future like? Wanna know? Anyway, I am Creativish, and I am a Sims... I don't know. I'm not an OG fan. Not at all. Because I literally have not played a game other than The Sims 4 besides like 30 minutes in The Sims 3. Yeah, I'm a Sims 4. I'm a newbie. I'm new to the Sims franchise. Although I've been playing for like 4 years now, I want to say. No. 3 years. Oh my god. I can't do math right now. I'm sorry. Anyway, we are doing a build today that I got inspired by mainly from Reddit, because they're doing their whole build challenge thing, and it was bunker. I'm like, I want to do it, you know? I've always been curious about the whole video world, editing, recording, doing that, uploading to YouTube, having people see your things, like, that's always interested me at least. So that's what I decided to do, and I have yet to submit it to the Reddit thing, because I might tag the video along with it. If you're from Reddit, hey, comment down below, wanna know. Anyway, yeah, that was the biggest inspiration behind this, but then also the addition to Strangerville recently. I was also like, you know, might as well do a build before Strangerville. And yes, I know, Strangerville's already out. I recorded this Saturday and Sunday of this past weekend, and so it was before it came out, and yeah, I'm new to this, you know. I've been trying to figure stuff out as I went, and this is what you get today. Yay. Might be completely different next time you see it, but yeah, you know, it's pretty good. Yeah, so I also have a hard time just sitting down and just recording. I have a hard time just recording for like 3 hours, which I believe this was close to 3 hours worth of footage that I had to speed up, I think. I don't really remember. But yeah, it was a lot for me to just like, so there are a lot of breaks, and also just parts where I just kind of sat there for like 3 minutes. Don't know why, but I did. Yeah, so I went for the more house on a lake kind of deal, with a hidden bunker underneath said lake, but obviously we can't build lakes ourselves unless, yeah, so I just used a pool. I don't know if you could use a fountain. Can you? I don't know. I might have been able to use a fountain for it, but I didn't. So that's that. Yeah, so I wanted to build a house. I wanted to build a house, but with a hidden bunker, and so I spent some time on the top, but I didn't really like put too much emphasis upstairs, just because I knew that the main soul of this build was not the house itself, it was more the bunker that hid below the surface. And so yeah, I imagined it as like, it was like multiple generations that this bunker has been being built. Obviously you haven't seen it yet, but we'll get there. And so I saw it more as someone moved into this house and they were a paranoid sim, because that's a new trait we have with The Sims 4 Strangerville, which I have not played yet, but I do have. I have yet to play it, but I do have it. More on that later, maybe. Don't know. We'll see. And so I saw it as like a paranoid sim moving in, and like they're being like, the aliens are gonna come for us, like we're all gonna die, like there's gonna be an apocalypse and we're all gonna be like diminished from the earth, or Sims world. So yeah. So anyway, they got really anxious about that, and so they built a bunker underneath, and they continued that for many generations until one day the family's just like, we're just gonna live down here, because the upstairs hasn't been updated for like 20 years, so like we're gonna live downstairs in the bunker. And so this house just remains above, but no one really knows the family that owns the house, because of the fact they haven't really been seen for the past 30 some years. So that's what I was thinking with the whole history behind the bunker build. Yeah, so it was really fun because I got to add details. I don't know if I added them later. I added them later on. Um, yeah. Oh, I did switch lots. Yeah, I switched lots. I don't know if you noticed that, but I originally had it in Forgotten Hollow, but then I realized like it didn't really fit what I wanted it, so I changed it to it's the one in Windenburg on the island, like the 20 by 20 on that island. I don't know if there's two or like it was a 20 by 20. That's all I know. Yeah, and so I wanted to make a little plantery because I've been trying to do more landscaping work, and this just seemed like a perfect opportunity. So it was like it's more like a landing, and like, so this first floor is just where you see the pool, and it just has all these plants that I liked adding, and I don't know, okay, because I also worked some of it outside of recording because I forgot to record, and also the floor plan I just deleted because that was hard to figure out. We'll see that later. But yeah, the landscape words are hard, you know? So this little floral floor, I had more of like 4 little pockets, which you can see I added some lights. I do things weird sometimes. So I have these 2, and then there's going to be 2 in the other corners. And so I did that, and I was trying to find the vines, but they're not in the plants, they're in the wall decorations. And I found that very confusing. And so I had the planter boxes for a little bit, but then I changed them somewhere along the line. I don't remember when, but it was in wall decorations. I'm like, I wasn't expecting that. Like, you don't like expect them to be in the wall decorations because they're plants. Just Sims Team FYI. So yeah, adding, and also, I'm not always the best landscaper. I've been working on it for like a year. Like with any of the builds, I've been trying to improve. But like, I did little pockets, and like I made it all pretty at first. But I'm like, this needs to be less pretty. And so you'll at least see them in the screenshots. But there's that. I probably could have sped this up a little more, but I didn't. So that's where we are at. Yeah, more about me, maybe you want to know that. As I mentioned before, I haven't really been playing The Sims for a while. It's only been like the past 3 years, but I fell in love with it. Like how I fell in love with it. It's a life sim. Oh, okay. Speaking of like overgrown, here we are. Here's the LG that I added just to make it seem more like it's overgrown and not really up to date, kept up with words. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, with my Sims history, my brother introduced it to me, I believe. Yeah, and then I just found a community, and like some of my friends were playing it. I'm like, you know what, we're gonna give it a shot. And so I just played it on my brother's computer, and then I ended up getting my own copy one day. And oh my god, I just okay, yeah. So I used my brother's copy. I'm gonna finish this part. I got my brother's copy and played there, but then I got my own, and my friends really helped me out with buying me a lot of packs, and I'm so thankful for her as a friend. And she also made the thumbnail. She's gonna help me a lot, which is great. Thank you in advance. You know who you are. Shout out one time. Anyway, okay, so we have moved into the bunker, and I just deleted the floor plan because it was 20 minutes of me just trying to finagle everything and see what works best. I've also made adjustments upstairs. I've added decorations, as in like the scratches and stuff. I've also added more of a land little area in the floral area. But the layout, okay. So we have this bedroom corner hallway thing, and then we have at the you can see the 2 doors, the blue doors. That's where the bathroom corner is. I have 3 toilets, 3 showers, and a bathtub. Yeah, it's a bathroom corner because when you're in a bunker, you don't always need proper bathrooms, and so you just kind of subside in your room and you have all your things there, and then you move them to the shower, you shower, and boom. That's what my thought was. Yeah, I didn't spend too much time with the kids. Oh, here's a cool thing. So with the whole carpet thing, I had the room with single beds, be the same carpet as you can see in this little play area thing, just because I like the idea of having it color coordinated. And I have the same thing with the toddlers there, the like little lizard reptile, I don't, the little pink spots that you can see in the carpet. There's that room with the beds, and there's also more of the place with the dollhouse and the 2 toddler seats. And here you can see me making the little bathroom corner I was mentioning before, with the 3 toilets, the 3 showers, and I have 6 towels because of the fact it can fit up to 6 Sims, 6 child, teen, adult Sims, and then 2 toddler. You can change it if you want. You could easily make the toddler room only have 1 toddler bed and with a child bed if you wanted it a 7th, or you can make some single beds in the double bedroom just to have that more open. But as we are getting further into the build, let's talk about the family or families that live here. Okay, so as I mentioned before, I see it as multi-generational thing, where this is now the generation where they're like, we're just gonna live here like full time. So basically I can see this as like 2 families or 2 families joined together, and like they're like paranoid Sims first of all, and they're like, they both have a mutual agreement that they're going to be overthrown someday, and so they decide to live in this bunker together, which could explain like why they have the 2 double beds for the 2 different families. And then when things have to happen for them to continue survival, like it's not naughty things, it's just things. I hope I explained that in a way that makes sense. Is this a good time to mention I'm in high school? I think it is. I'm a freshman. The end. Okay. Anyway, so I have it set with like 2 families joined together in my mind, and we have more of like the facilitator, I would say, in the room with the easel that takes more attention towards like the kids and like making sure everything's running smoothly. And then we have the second room that we're working on right now that I can see more of like a gardener, which we can get into detail later, because honey, the secrets in this, there's a lot that I'm just really happy with this build, and I'm really glad I did this as my first build on YouTube, just because of the fact there's just a lot that can be interpreted by this whole build, and I love that. So I'm really excited for that. Yeah, we added a camera there. I forgot about that. We added a camera and just doing more clutter things right now, just make it look more lived in, I guess. I added the bowling pin, but then I deleted it because it was kind of weird, and also then I could eliminate a pack. I don't know what it is, but I like having less packs. Like when you open up the menu, I like seeing less packs there if I can. So sometimes I just like replace some things or delete some things if they're not really needed in the build. So that's what I did there. And then, oh, we're moving on to the kitchen. The kitchen I just made really large, and then I put the picnic tables just because I'm like, you're in a bunker. I don't really think you're gonna be having elegant dinner parties, and so I literally just put 2 benches together, and that's where they eat, basically. Why did I make such a big kitchen? I don't know. I just thought it fit so they could have multiple food options, although they should be limiting their food the more I think about it, so that kind of doesn't make sense. But, you know, oh well. They have a microwave as well, so they can do microwavable food. It's a fun. Oh yeah, I did like a little snack area with the coffee machine as well. It's a fun time. Yeah, half wall, diddly daddly. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing. Yeah, I originally had 2 ovens, but then I'm like, they're trying to conserve energy and resources. Doesn't make much sense at all to have that. So I didn't keep that at all. And instead I put 2 sinks because of the fact that there aren't any sinks in the bathroom corner, so I'm like, one can be for hygiene, both can be for hygiene, and then they use it if they need to. I did not add a dishwasher, just because for the other fact that they're trying to save resources. Yeah. So I can see where people do more like Fallout type bunker situations where it's more like for survival only, but I took this more as a recreational family type of bunker, I guess. And so just like a family living here, having some quality time, surviving, thriving, some days not thriving. also figured this out because I wanted the kitchen even larger. I know. I think it was just because I wanted the corner piece with the two others to make that complete, and it looked weird before. Yeah, and I adjusted some things, adjusted the room, made that all pretty and nice, and then we moved on to the living area. No, we did not. We finished up decorating. Oh, this is where I'm adding the stairwell to the garden, but I get to the garden later. So, if you hadn't noticed, I used the bookshelves as a hidden door to the bunker upstairs, just so like people just think the family isn't there anymore. They just kind of disappeared at the end. And so I use that again with the garden just because I feel like, okay, so I can see there's a lot of secrets, as I mentioned before. It's very exciting to me. There's a lot that can be interpreted, and I love it. So basically the way I imagined it is that so once every generation, only one or two people or Sims have access to the garden, which is why it's in that double bedroom. So it's only accessible to those two Sims, and they are in charge of all the plants and gardens and supplies, and so it doesn't really get ransacked or used out of proportions, so they can have easier survival. And then the other set of Sims is responsible for facilitating keeping the peace of the other younger Sims to make sure they don't go all wacky do everywhere. Yeah, and so that's really the main thing, and it just was a really cool idea to me, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Now I'm just decorating the kitchen. Added the 2 wooden hearts. If you want, you can add a wood carving table somewhere to add more hobbies. I didn't though. I could have, should have, maybe, but I didn't. Yep, now we're moving on to the living area. I did put a TV, just because it's not like they're in a post-apocalyptic, they're just having some recreational family bonding time, right? Until it becomes that situation that everyone's dying and then they're still alive, and it's like, hey, you snooze, you lose. Oh, that was harsh. Anyway, oh, another thing. I imagine this is the type of thing where if you don't want to, like, adjust the rooms according to the number of Sims you have, the elders just disappear. They get let out. We'll just leave it at that. That's another thought of mine that I had. Yeah, so we're just doing the build. We are doing that, putting a rug in. I don't know why, but it was so hard for me to find a rug and also like figure out what I wanted to do with the walls of this room. So that's that. And I did do the child's playroom already. My god, time flies by when you're having fun. Am I right or am I right? I don't know about you guys, but this has gone by far. As this is my first build. Ooh, never mind. Okay, yeah. So I also added the workout area underneath, along with the photo studio, just because why not? I added that underneath, and it's right adjacent. I think that's the right word. Adjacent to the gardening, but you can't really see the room. And I used the one-way mirror, and so the gardeners can look out at the workout room, but then it just looks like a mirror to the other people. So that's fancy. We'll get to that later, though. But I feel like I say that a lot, but it's true. And we are getting to the final rooms, and that's so exciting. Oh, I also added a little chair over here. That's a little... I just love this little corner. I added a plant, I added a teddy bear. It was all cute and cuddly and friendly and nice. I also added the computer, just because Wi-Fi can be somewhere downstairs. Yeah. Don't know if they have power lines, but, you know, this is The Sims after all. We have leeway with the amount of things we're able to do. It's not always realistic. Anybody can have a computer. In any situation, it's fine. Yes, I also had it very light and like with the ceiling lights that are very frequently used, and so I added more of the wall lights in this build just because of the fact I wanted that to be more eerily lit, I guess. If that's the right usage of the word. And now we're working on, I think we do the workout room first. Maybe. I don't remember. yeah, I was just trying to figure out what I wanted exactly with the shape of the room, because I didn't want it to be like a regular room, but then they were regular rooms with L shapes and rectangles, because those are my favorite shapes to build with. So that's that. Yeah, we added the photo studio just because I'm like, they can encamp and keep track of all their generations and stuff. Why not? Just because they're abandoning the social world they live in does not mean they cannot take photos of their family. So that's that. Yeah, and that's the one. Yes, I've been wanting to use it in the build. I wanted to use it in like the toddler room, but then it didn't make sense to me, and so I used it there, and it made me really happy because it finally found a place. I finally found a place for it. Ooh. Yeah, and then more of the eerie lights just because it fits the build better. Yep. I feel like the photo room is the most lit up room just because of the way the lights are in it, and it just really lightens up the build. And now we get to one of my favorite parts of the build. It's just the storage and garden area, just because it can be so much fun doing gardening in The Sims. Just watching your plants grow and thrive, and also the fact that it's like a cool storyline element to me. Oh, I don't know if you caught it, but in the toddler room, I put the two potties for the toddlers in the room that they slept, because they don't got room for a separate room, you know? The bathtub can have a separate room, but not the toilets. Yeah, so I was... Now we're just... yeah. Oh yeah, and then I changed the rug. My mind just goes everywhere when I'm building, so sometimes I can be like working on the exterior. I'm like, I want to do interior, so I do interior. And then one day I'm like, I should really finish the exterior, but then I continue doing the interior, and then before you know it, the interior is done, and I'm like, I should do the exterior, and then I never do the exterior, and then I don't finish it. Yeah. And so that's what I also liked about the bunker build, is because of the fact I didn't really have to worry about too much of the exterior, and I got to focus more on the interior, which I love. You know? It's a fun old time there. Yeah. So now, ooh, okay. If you haven't realized already, I did use bb.new move objects on, obviously, a lot throughout this, especially in this room in particular, just for the milk jugs, because those were fun to me. You need protein in your life. Oh my god. It's been a long day. Actually, not as long as other days, but it's been a day. You need that good old calcium for your children. That's what's in milk, right? Calcium, good for source of calcium. Either way, dairy, good, yay. Besides if you sing, which I like to sing. I like show choir. I like musicals. Did you know that? No, you didn't. Unless you're my friend in real life, then you did, but I like musicals. And so, yeah, that's me. I want to listen to more... I listen a lot to contemporary, like Dear Evan Hansen, Mean Girls, which my friends don't like, but I'm like, why? Why don't you like it? And then they can't accept that I like it, and so we get into feuds about it, fights about it. That's fun. Book of Mormon as well. Not that we get into fights about Book of Mormon. We all like Book of Mormon. We actually went to see Book of Mormon, some of us. Loved it. Loved it. That's all I have to say. Book of Mormon is not family friendly though, so if you're a child, I would stick to Mean Girls, possibly Dear Evan Hansen, probably Dear Evan Hansen. I think it's fine. I've also listened to Heathers, which is also not non-family friendly, but yeah, that's that. I could have cut a little that. Oh well. Yeah, so that's, I guess, me. Ooh, Carrie the Musical as well, I've been recently obsessing over. And that's another non-family friendly. Let's list some more family friendly. Freaky Friday the musical. I've listened to that a little bit because I think my community theater is going to do that for their musical this summer, and so I'll keep you guys updated on that. I'm actually auditioning for a play in a week for my school play, because we do a musical in the fall and then a spring musical. Not spring, a fall musical and a spring play. That's what we do. Okay. Words are hard. Okay, and so we just finished the storage room. If you did notice, I did put some holiday decorations, because they can still be festive. although you're living in a bunker doesn't mean you can't be festive, you know? And now we're working on the garden. That's about all I do with the garden. Now we're just gonna do some more landscaping. I think. Now we're gonna decorate the children's area. Oh, I don't know what it is, but decorating children's rooms and areas is one of my favorite things in The Sims 4. Just because of the amount of like cute images you can do with, like, you can add the clouds, and then there's like the tree, and you can put the tree, and then there's a unicorn, and then you can add the unicorn. Like, I deleted the frog just because it helped eliminate another pack that I mentioned before. Yeah. But like, you can do the trees and then the clouds and then the bunnies, and it just looks cute, you know? Yeah. And then I put more of like, I put the tree in the science area just because that made more sense, and then like science and like tree and nature, you get it? Yeah. And then the more creative stuff like the clouds and all that was more put towards the creativity tables. And as you just saw, I did the toddler thingamajigs, potties, and yeah. Oh, I added the family portrait as well because, again, they have the photo studio. I know that I know how the portrait works. It just automatically does it. But you know, living our best lives. We have lives out here. Yes, we do. I just added some random trees of the same tree because I was getting tired at this point. I don't remember exactly what time it was, but it was pretty late at night, and so I did go back and edit some things for the final screenshots. That was a lot of like I went back the next day to do more edits and screenshots. That's what I meant to say. And it's really nice to just listen to some streams and lurk on Twitch when doing builds. That's what I did. Little Simsy, especially, because, oh my god, what did I do there? What the frick? Frickety frackety diddly dack. Yeah. Little Simsy's great. If you don't know Little Simsy, I'm gonna shout her out probably a lot on my time on YouTube, just because she's great, and she's great. That's all I have to say. I watch a lot of her content. I also listen to some other streams, I think Spring Sims as well. He's pretty chill. He still has a nice stream. Yeah, I'm interested in streaming, maybe, possibly, but at the same point, like, my computer can't handle that right now, and so, yeah. I also saved because at this point, I was watching Spring Sims, and he lost a lot of his data because he'd been streaming for 2 hours, and his game crashed, and that made me very self-conscious. And rest in peace, the makeover sim. But anyway, yeah, we're finishing up soon. Screenshots soon, maybe. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say. If you haven't already, maybe like the video if you've enjoyed your time here with my I feel like I'm just showing off during voiceover, but I get it. Like, it's not like you can respond to me because it's a video I recorded, and you can't like actively respond to me while I'm recording it, so like, I just feel weird talking about so many things a lot for 28 consecutive minutes. But you know, we've made it. We're gonna do it. We're almost done, you know? And now we're just finishing up some terrain. And I really love the overgrowth. I love the decorations and all this. I added the mailbox just for the heck of it. And that's gonna lead us to the end of fairly shortly. So, yeah. Wow. That was a fun time. Oh, we're on screenshots. I made it! Yay! So if you have enjoyed your time here, please hit the smash like button. Yeah, do the YouTube things, like the like button. Comment down below your favorite part of my build or something like that. Subscribe if you want. I just said scribble. I'm really regretting my life choices. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay creative-ish.